again with another episode of It Factor. As always, I'm your host, Jeremy Robinson. Today we got somebody special. Go ahead and introduce yourself, bro.
What's up, y'all? My name is Ashton Edmunds. I am a recent graduate of Clark Atlanta University, and I'm a grad student at Northwestern currently, pursuing my degree in sports media and journalism. I'm from Tallahassee, Florida, but I currently reside in Chicago, Illinois. So happy to be here, man.
Oh, man, happy to have you. So with that, man, first off, how are you mentally, physically, emotionally? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm blessed, man. I'm graduating this Sunday, so I'm feeling good. A lot of that, I would say a lot of like my school stress has fallen off my shoulders. You know what I'm saying? I think grad school is a totally different ball game than undergrad. So just coming to grad school, man, helped me like with time management, just staying on all of my assignments because I was kind of just on so many different projects. But yeah, man, everything is good. I feel great. I get to see my family tomorrow. So yeah, man, it's gonna be a good weekend, man. I'm excited.
Man, man.
Yeah.
Congratulations also, graduate, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Man, I'll be finished grad school soon too. Well, I get married in September and I finish grad school in September. So
yeah, you've been having you got a busy year ahead, man.
Yes, sir, man. So tell me about that experience there, man. So your experience at CAU versus your experience at Northwestern University.
Yeah, for sure. My experience at CAU, man, was one for the books. Like those 4 years, bro, were amazing for me, life-changing, I would say. I've connected with so many different amazing people, from the students to the professors. Like everybody was amazing in my journey at CAU, and that's why that's how I got to Northwestern. Just connecting and just putting that work at CAU. Like I think it was so easy to really just be myself. Going to a HBCU, of course, as a young Black man, I think that's very important. And I would recommend that any young Black person go to a HBCU, but I know we all have our personal preferences. But I would definitely say my experience at CAU shaped me and helped and molded me for my experience at Northwestern. It was definitely a culture shock though when I got there. Like sometimes I might have been like one or two Black people in the class, and that was compared to CAU. We're all of us are Black, so that was a bit of a challenge that I faced, I would say, early on. But as time went on, man, I adjusted and, I really got acclimated to the environment, and just connecting with my classmates at Northwestern has been amazing, man. They're from all over the world. So like just learning about them and being able to connect with them and work with them on multiple projects has been amazing, bro. I love Chicago and I love Northwestern, I would say.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
I always get that mix up, man. So I left Clark and went to Northeastern University before I came.
Oh, nice.
And every time I tell somebody, they'd be like, "Yeah, so you went to Northwestern Chicago, right?" I'm like,
"Nah, Northeastern, yeah." That's in Massachusetts, right?
Yep, it's in Boston, man.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, that was a big culture shock as well. So I already know how that goes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's different, man. Yeah.
So, and then, man, has been your favorite internship so far? Because you had so many, man. I see.
Yeah. Now, my favorite one has probably been the Roden Fellowship with ESPN's Anscape. That was basically a year-long fellowship. I did that my senior year at Clark. And that's when, my senior year was fully virtual, that 2020, 2021 academic year. So it was cool being at home, but still being able to work with ESPN on certain projects was like really eye-opening for me. One of my stories was published in Hank Aaron's 80-page commemorative magazine issue with ESPN. So that was probably my highlight of that internship. But just being able to connect with people at ESPN, man, they groomed and molded me into like a better journalist, a better storyteller, and just made me hungrier to keep going because, I've been exposed to so much great things, and I'm like, yeah, I gotta keep going. Like I can't quit. So I will probably say the Roden Fellowship was probably my favorite one for sure.
Got you, man. I like that, man. You got that frame somewhere too, right?
You said what?
You got that frame somewhere, right?
Yeah. Oh, cool. I'm gonna get a frame. All right,
cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm that type of guy, so I had to make sure. I'm like, wait a minute, man, you gotta have this song.
Yeah, I got to. Yeah, no, that was monumental. And when I lived in Atlanta, I lived right across from where Hank Aaron hit his 715th home run. So I woke up one day, and my TV was on ESPN, ironically, and it said Hank Aaron died. I'm like, man, that's crazy. Like, he was a pioneer. He was a hero for all of us. And
Right.
I was like, what if I did like basically like a commemorative, column type piece, just kind of reflecting on what Hank Aaron meant to me. And I saw a lot of people going out to his statue out there, and I interviewed a few people, interviewed a few baseball players, and just kind of gave my thoughts on what he meant to me as a young Black man and as a sports writer. And yeah, man, just like as a storyteller, that's just kind of how I think about things. Like, it just kind of comes naturally. But yeah, that was a cool moment for me, for sure.
What's up, man? So, what is your it factor, man? Why you do what you do?
Yeah, my it factor, man, is man, I just growing up, my mom, she inspired me so much. Just seeing her, man, she got 2 degrees, you know what I'm saying, raised 3 kids. My mom is definitely a big inspiration. But I'm self-motivated for sure. I think it's in my nature. I just, I want a great life. So, I put in a lot of work, a lot of late nights, early mornings. And I just pride myself on just putting my best foot forward in anything that I do, whether it's big or small. And I try to go into anything with that mindset. Like, I want to be the best in everything. Of course, like, there's people out there that's really talented, but I'm gonna do my thing, and that's ultimately the only thing I can do. But I would definitely say my family is a big reason why I do what I do. They support me and encourage me so much, and I think that pushes me to be greater for sure. I think just that support, helps me to reach new levels, man. And God, I grew up in a church home. And my mom, she emphasized how important God was, man, and just reading my Bible, praying. I feel like my steps are ordered, man, for sure. So when people ask, like, how do you get all of these opportunities, I'll be like, it's really God, seriously. Like, it's all God. So yeah, man, I would say that's my it factor.
That's good, man. You right about that. I mean, I definitely went through some things there. I was joking. I was like telling my girl, I was like, leaving the job and quit. She was like, well, do it. You'd be fine. I was like, actually, you're right. But you like think about it and you're like, I'm married, like you said, my steps are ordered. Like, it's not really a big issue if it's
Yeah, man.
time for me to go. Time for me to
It's
go.
like I got that faith, like you just know, like, you just pray about it, you put in the work, but you just kind of let go, let God and let God do his thing, and everything always works out, man, for sure. Like, when you look back, you like, yeah, everything worked out perfect. So yeah, man.
So in that, man, with everything in order, you about to graduate. What is your dream job, man? What is
Yeah,
your dream job?
I think at first I thought my dream job was to be like, Stuart Scott, Michael Wilbon's, Stephen A. Smith's. But coming to grad school, I took a sports marketing class, and I'm really interested in the sports business side of things. I think my dream job is to be in an executive position of a sports team or a sports league one day. Um, I think right now I still want to do writing, multimedia, futures and podcasting and on camera work, but I want to transition into like sports business eventually. And I think maybe like a general manager or the vice president of communications for, like, I don't know, the Atlanta Braves or something. Like, that's probably my dream job, when I'm really set into my career. So, but I definitely want to stay in sports, man. I think sports is like amazing. I think it brings the world together, every culture, every ethnicity, demographic, whatever you want to call it. I think sports runs the world. So definitely got to stay in sports. But yeah, man, I would say probably an executive for a sports team or a sports league one day is my dream job.
That's amazing, man. I
Yeah.
know it's gonna happen, man. It ain't
Yeah,
even.
yeah, yeah.
I know it's gonna happen. How you working now? And,
Yes, sir.
also, I like that you're a writer. I'm a writer myself, so that's
Yeah.
something that you do that. But like, I
Yes,
love
sir.
sports, and what you said. The crazy thing is, with us being so young, you know, it's funny to see how sports do bring people together.
Yeah.
And how pivotal it always will be. I want my kids to play sports just off the things that I learned from playing football.
That's
I
what I'm
think
saying.
that,
It's like so many life lessons within sports, like that you learn. It's not just playing it. And when you got the right coaches, like the right mentors, man, that's like for life. That's like a for life.
Yes, sir,
So yeah. Did you play football at Clark?
Nah, I didn't, man. I decided not to play no more, man.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
I couldn't play football, man.
Yeah. Yeah, coming out of high school, I played football in high school, but I was like, if I'm going to Clark, I'm gonna just focus on academics. Like I love the football team. I thought it was a great program, but I knew if I would rather go to like maybe a D1.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like I would have a better chance. But Clark, shout out to Clark though.
Right, shout out to Clark, you know, but
Yeah. Yes, sir.
not for me. It was not for me.
Yes, sir.
So what would you like to see change in the media industry, man? Anything change for our people, man? What would you like to see?
Yeah, I would say I just think definitely more diversity. You know, I think we need more diversity in leadership positions at all of these major corporations. That's something that I've seen lacking from my internships and just my experiences. It's not a lot of people that look like me, and I think representation matters. It's a lot of people that look like me, like at the mid senior levels, but like at the top of the top, I think is the diversity is lacking. So I think that's one thing I feel like needs to change. And the integrity part of journalism, like a lot of journalists have lost their integrity. I feel like I think we need to bring back that like that good reporting that they did back then, back in the 80s and the 90s and the early 2000s. Because it's a lot of fake news that travels on social media. And anybody can just put anything out. You know what I'm saying? So I think definitely more diversity within like the front offices, and within leadership positions, and also that integrity, man, within journalism. We need that back. Because journalism is an important profession for sure, man. That's how we get all of our news. And I just think we need that. So yeah, that's two things I feel like needs to change.
Yeah, I like that, man. And
Yeah.
one thing that wasn't on the question board that I thought about, I think about people like you. I think about Ricky. I think about a few of my other friends that are doing amazing things, like Frank, that are doing amazing things in mass media.
Yeah.
And I think too of the students that paid so much for a degree and wasn't able to get the experience that you were able to get. So like, what's some tidbits that you would tell someone that's in your shoes or that wants to be in your shoes?
Yeah. No, that's a good question. I think staying consistent, bro. That's the biggest thing. Staying consistent and don't give up. Like, don't get discouraged. Like my sophomore year, I literally got turned down from every internship. You know, I was sports editor at Clark my sophomore year. So I wanted to take on that leadership position, and I wanted to kind of get my clips up, my writing skills and everything. And I'm thinking I'm doing my thing, and I get turned down from literally everybody. And I'm going into the summer not knowing what I'm going to do. But I ended up getting an email 2 weeks into the summer from Turner Sports saying that they had an open internship. So like I said, like when I mentioned God, it's like that's all God. But I think just staying consistent, continuing to work hard, continuing to network, just continue to put in that work, man. Like the right opportunity will come, but you got to stay consistent, and you just got to trust the hard work that you're putting in. Like it's all gonna pay off. So never give up. Don't get discouraged. Keep going. Even those days where you feel like this ain't even worth it. Like nah, it's worth it. You might be closer than you think. You know what I'm saying? So I would definitely say, man, consistency is the biggest key that anybody could have in any profession, but especially in the media profession, for sure.
I respect that, man.
Yeah.
So before
yes, sir.
Out, man, do you have any questions?
Yeah. No questions, man. But again, I appreciate you for having me on, bro. This was a good conversation. And I've been following your podcast. Like all your guests have been super dope. I saw that you had the White on here. Yes, and I actually did a project on the White during my time. Yeah, because you know he went to Northwestern.
Yeah, he went to Northwestern.
Yeah. So actually for my magazine course last quarter, I did like a future story on him, just kind of talking about his football career and how he got into art and everything. So I was like, man, small world. Like it's really a small world.
He's such a cool dude too,
he's cool, man. He's super chill. His art is dope. I went to his art studio and interviewed him and everything. And yeah, it was super dope, man. And of course I saw Ryan Clark. I'm a Steelers fan, so you know, I was like, man, Jeremy going crazy.
Hey, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yes,
you gotta interview everybody, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. So, but I would say, man, keep doing your thing, bro. This podcast is amazing, and I think it's just bringing more light and awareness that we need in this world for sure, bro. I think you have like a wide range of people from the arts to the sports, to the media, all of that we need to see and hear from. So yeah, bro, appreciate it for real.
Thank you, man. I'll talk to you
Yeah.
soon, brother.
Yes, sir, man. Be easy.
All
Appreciate it,
right.
bro.